Greenland's been in the news a lot lately, so why is everybody suddenly obsessed with Greenland? Let's rewind. Greenland is technically a part of the Kingdom of Denmark, even though it's 3,500 kilometers away. That's because Denmark colonized it in the 1700s, claiming that the Norse settlements that had been there centuries earlier and subsequently vanished gave them the right to take it. Naughty Denmark. Those Norse settlers, yes, actual Vikings, came around the year 985 and stayed for around 400 years. But eventually they disappeared, probably because of the mix of climate cooling, isolation, and strained relations with the Inuit. Because yes, the Inuit people were already there. They came from the west, across Arctic Canada, and their descendants still make up the majority of Greenland's population today. The Kalaallit people, who are still a part of the wider Inuit world, have their own language, their own traditions, and a deep connection to hunting, nature, and survival in one of the world's toughest environments. But when Denmark came back in the 18th century, things started to change fast. Danish missionaries brought Lutheran Christianity. Colonial officials imposed new rules. Their traditional culture was pushed aside. Denmark kept tight control over trade, education, and governance. And then came World War II. When Nazi Germany occupied Denmark in 1940, the US stepped in to quietly take over Greenland's defence. Suddenly, Greenland was a strategic location. The US built Thule Air Base, still active today, and stationed troops there. Greenland became a key part in the US nuclear detection system. In 1968, a US bomber carrying nuclear weapons accidentally crashed in Thule, and the cleanup was messy, both politically and literally. In the 1950s, Denmark made Greenland a part of its kingdom, but Greenlanders pushed back. They demanded more autonomy, more say in their own affairs. And in 1975, they got home rule. In 2009, they got self-governance. Denmark still handles defence and foreign policy, but Greenland runs things mostly on its own. And it wants more. Independence is a real movement, especially as the island's strategic and economic value grows. It's got untapped rare earth minerals, maybe oil and gas, and massive fish stocks. And its location, halfway between America, Europe, and Russia, makes it a potential Arctic superhub. As the ice melts, new shipping routes are opening, and the powers are circling. And Trump? He tried to buy Greenland in 2019. Denmark said hell no. But now in 2025, he's hinting at taking it by force. It's about power, resources, and the future of the Arctic. Greenland isn't just a bargaining chip between big nations. It's home to people, mostly indigenous people, with their own voice, their own history, and their own future to decide. And as the world heats up, literally and politically, Greenland might just become the most important island on Earth.